Hello there. Hi. Oh dear. Just get my phone set up so it doesn't slide around everywhere. Hello, nice to have you. I hope that you can hear me. I always love the thumbs up at the beginning. Someone say that they can hear me and I'm all good. Hello, hi Fiona, nice to see you. So nice to see you. We've now got our thumbs up, you can hear me, that's brilliant. You can now hear the crying puppy in the background, who obviously is distressed that she's stuck in the kitchen with me. Sit down. Good girl. I won't get her on camera. Now I've got my camera set up. If I moved it, disaster would strike, I'm sure. So hello everyone. I am going to get going because I'm sure there's lots I've got to say tonight. So I'm going to get started. So we are here to discuss the summer. It's so nice that we've got some nice weather again. I was so grateful for it over lockdown. With 3 children, having some sunshine was such a massive blessing. So I chose to be really thankful about it, that when we could get back out and about, that was when the rain sort of and the colder weather happened. But it's so nice that it's back, isn't it? It was lovely in our garden today. So I hope you've had a lovely day. So I'm going to talk all about the summer, what oils we can use, how we use them, some little DIY recipes, and yeah, that's how it's going to go tonight. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Jen. I am a mum of 3. I'm a wife. I am a nurse in the NHS, and I started Redemption Health in October 2018 because we had come into contact with doTERRA essential oils, and they've absolutely changed our lives and our family's health. So I just decided I couldn't keep them to myself and that I needed to share them. So that's why I'm here, holding this space, hopefully helping you understand a little bit more, and if you've got oils, helping you use them. If you've not got oils, then introducing you to these amazing tools that I am so grateful that I was introduced to. So that's who I am, that's where I'm coming from. So when we're talking about oils tonight, we're just talking about doTERRA essential oils, and as I go on I might bring in a little bit of the difference when it comes to doTERRA essential oils. Please be really aware that actually there's no sort of stipulations on what's put on bottles of essential oils, so things can say that they're pure and maybe not be. So that's just something to bear in mind. I love doTERRA, especially that they have these little numbers on the bottom of their oils. You can look them up on the Source to You website and you can see what's actually in that bottle of oil. So yeah, I love that. It made me feel really happy, really safe, that as a mum I could know what I was putting on my kids particularly, and that I'm now sharing with you guys. That's really important, that I know that they're 100% pure, and so we can use them in all sorts of different ways. So, oh hi Lynn, nice to have you here. So I've picked up peppermint, so let's start there. Let's start with peppermint. So if you've got peppermint essential oil, you will know exactly what this smells like. This is like, it's like a massive shot of energy. It's absolutely beautiful. So, oh hi Claire. So peppermint's a beautiful one for using for energy boosting. So that could be in our diffuser, that could be a drop in your hand, a beautiful thing to do. Some of you may know, I've probably mentioned this before, is a drop of wild orange in one hand, drop of peppermint in the other hand. We rub them together and then inhale with our cupped over our nose and mouth, and that is absolutely incredible. If you need a reset, sometimes I need one by 8 AM. If you need a reset at any time of the day, that's an amazing tool to use. If you need a reset of mood in your morning or your home, or it's mid-afternoon slump time, this is an amazing combo to use. I know that loads of people are working from home. This is a beautiful combination for your diffuser, wild orange and peppermint. But back to peppermint. So on its own, it is energizing. It's also really cooling. So one thing that I wanted to share with you tonight is that actually you could maybe even make yourself a little spray with your peppermint. So this is a really beautiful spray. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Holds in the air. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. It's sort of like a vaporizer spray. I got this from Essential Oil Supplies. I actually have this in my downstairs loo. It's got loads of lovely citrus oils in here. But one thing that you could maybe make with your peppermint oil is like a cooling spray. You know, that you could spray in the air and then walk into. Even nicer to maybe do peppermint and spearmint if you've got both of those oils. That would be a really beautiful thing to do when it is really hot and you are just struggling. Sometimes it's really humid, isn't it? And you feel like you can't catch your breath and that it's really oppressive. So that's a beautiful way to use your peppermint. Other ways that you can use peppermint is maybe in a roller bottle, and you could put that on across your forehead, on your temples. If you're particularly struggling with heat, you could use that down the back of your neck. It's a really, really lovely one to have in your kit to be able to help promote keeping the body cool and at a nice even temperature. So peppermint is an absolute winner. Other ways that people love to use peppermint, I really like it in cold water, especially if I want to go out on a run and I know that my body needs a run, but my head and emotions are not necessarily feeling it. Then I often put peppermint in some cold water, drink it before I go out for a run. Really feel like it really gives me a burst of energy. It sort of clears my head, shifts things. It's really good emotionally. So I love peppermint oil. I know lots of people who also use it in warm water, and that's a real aid for digestion. So that's really powerful, can be really helpful. Maybe if you overindulge in, I don't know, strawberries, meringue, who knows, whatever you could be up to. Ice cream, a lot of ice cream going around, isn't there? But because it's doTERRA essential oils, you've just noticed there that I've actually just shared with you 3 different ways that you could use this oil, and it often applies to most of the oils. You can use them aromatically, so stick it in your diffuser, put it in your hand and smell it. Topically, put it on your skin, we've suggested that, and also internally, and actually it's safe for all 3 because it is doTERRA peppermint and we're sure of exactly what it is. There's nothing else in here, just peppermint. So that's peppermint. That is an absolute essential for your summer toolkit, is going to be peppermint essential oil. The other lovely way to use peppermint is if you've got any like itching or skin irritation, then peppermint is a really lovely one. It might not be something that you initially think of when you think of skin, but can be a really, really fantastic combo, maybe with lavender, if maybe you've had some little creatures biting you in the evening. It's a really good one to have. So I've just said the word lavender. Let's move on to lavender essential oil. So many of you may have lavender. If you've got started with the oils at all, I really hope that you've got this beautiful lavender in your kit. So lavender essential oil it's such a bigger, fuller lavender than you will have ever experienced before from essential oils. This is just an incredible oil, a really incredible oil. You might know lavender to be all things calming, and we often use it to support sleep. It can be used at the end of the day to support sleep, which is a lovely way to use it, but actually there's so much more. And I love that you can buy 1 bottle of lavender, and actually we can use it in the diffuser at bedtime. But if we get any sort of skin issue, we're going to reach for this lavender. Also, do you know what? Some of this stuff that's going on at the moment, it's really overwhelming, really stressful. Actually, lavender's a really, really good one to be diffusing for that sort of feeling that's coming up as well. So lavender is all things calming. So any reason why you may need calming for your skin, lavender is going to be one that you're going to want to add, whether you add that to a little roller bottle. Oh, Catherine said she loves lavender. Yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't experienced doTERRA lavender, it is one of the ones that people often, if I'm in a live class, which I'm sorry I'm not tonight, and I'm sorry there's no smell-o-vision, but actually it's one of those that I pass around and I say, if you've experienced essential oils before and you've smelled lavender, I'd really love you to smell this one. And really, I don't have anybody that says, oh yeah, it's exactly the same, can't smell any difference. Your nose can tell the difference in the purity of doTERRA essential oil lavender, which means that any benefits you have ever experienced are going to be absolutely magnified with this oil, which is just superb. So I have a customer who messaged me last week to say that she's used this on her son, who got a little burn when he was with her dad, which was sad for them all, I think. But he's just little, and she used lavender diluted, but that's been really effective and amazingly helped healing of that skin. So that's just brilliant to hear what lavender can do. So other ways that I would use it is making up maybe a skin healing, maybe a balm, maybe a roller bottle that you then rub over the skin. So when I'm talking roller bottles, this is what I'm talking about. This is one that's just got lavender in it, so I just have this on hand for my kids. This lives in my handbag. If we get anything like nettle stings, any sort of bug bite, I'm gonna whip this one out and use this. Obviously really good for emotions as well, so always a bit on their heart, over their heart area, as well as wherever they're actually hurt. If it's my kids, I tend to do that. So when we're talking about making roller bottles, we're talking about these. You can buy them empty. The most cost-effective thing to do is drop your own oil in. We top up with something called fractionated coconut oil, and it just makes it so easy to use. You can see there, can you see it's glistening on my skin there? And then we can just rub it in. So it just makes it super easy for your oils. They go further, and it makes them really accessible and easy to use on the go, which hopefully everyone's doing now, getting out and about, enjoying nature, going on lots of picnics, and maybe even seeing some friends. I do hope that you're able to do that now, if you're happy to do so. So lavender is one that you're always going to want with you. So combining it with, if it's some sort of hot skin irritation, so maybe you've been out in the sun too long, then something with lavender and peppermint in is maybe going to be a winner. And for that, it might be that you choose to make a spray that you can spray on. And you could use fractionated coconut oil. You could alternatively use, people like to use jojoba oil. Some other people like to use the nut oils, maybe almond oil. So it's totally up to you what you use to dilute your oils, but it is always best to dilute them, and you're going to make the most out of them as well. So that's lavender. Thinking about the emotions again, a really lovely way to use lavender is using it with the wild orange. So 2 drops maybe, or 3 drops of lavender, 3 drops of wild orange in your diffuser, any time of day or night. It's not going to keep you up at night. In fact, it's going to help you, support you into that restful sleep. And it's also going to help with that reset of emotions if needed. It's a really, really beautiful one, lavender and wild orange. Really, really good one to put in your diffuser. So yeah, so that's lavender and wild orange. Staying on mood, when I was thinking about mood, and you may not all have children, but for those of us who have, I think the summer holidays has really come with mixed emotions. I know for me, I'm on one hand ecstatic that I don't need to do any schoolwork, but actually 6 weeks can feel like a really long time when we've been at it for maybe a long time already with our children. So the other oil that I wanted to mention in terms of support for us, the adults on here, or just maybe you're just finding life quite overwhelming at the moment. I know that a lot of people are just struggling right now with all that's going on. The essential oil, if you don't have it already, to consider, I would say, is absolutely Adaptive. This is an absolutely amazing blend. I so wish there was smell-o-vision right now. It's an amazing blend, so it pulls together all the oils that are recognised to help support the emotions. So it's got orange, lavender, that combo that I said before, orange, lavender. It's got spearmint, rosemary and copaiba in here. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know anyone that's smelt it that's not absolutely loved it. So Adaptive is one that I would not be without as a mom, and I use with my kids if they're struggling. I might just bob some on the back of their neck, or maybe just put some in their hands, on the wrists, and tell them, smell that, just when they're really struggling. So it's one that I would use in my diffuser, and I have a roller bottle made up as well, and I would use that on my pulse points here, on my neck area. And it's just a lovely, lovely one to use for helping us on this emotional journey that we're all on. And you know, it's been tough, hasn't it? It's been just no one's lived before through anything like this, have they? So it's just difficult for us all. So if you need any help with that, then I would say Adaptive is a beautiful one to get hold of. So where do I want to go now? So if we're thinking about skin, I've talked about lavender, use of lavender. There are some ready-made up products if you would prefer that doTERRA do, that I'll just let you know. One is this beautiful body mist. It's absolutely amazing smelling. It's got the beautiful blend oil in it, and which has got so many citrus oils in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is a lovely, lovely one to use. It comes with a spray top. It's really moisturising. It works upside down or the right way around. It's absolutely gorgeous. One to use after a day outside. Really beautiful one. And the other one is the Yarrow Pom Body Renewal Serum. So this is a really lovely oil, Yarrow Pom. It's amazing as an oil on its own. I absolutely adore it for skin, just ultimate skin healing. And this made up, it just is so simple to use. So if I just show you, you can see it's got a blue, I don't know if you can see here, it's got a blue hint to it. And it's really light and really super moisturising. It's absolutely gorgeous. I use this quite often on my face at night, actually. It's really, really, really lovely and already done for you. So if you didn't want to go making up things, then this would be maybe something to think about, and you could just use that all over then. One that you could reach to if you'd spent too much time out in the sun, or add a drop of lavender or a drop of peppermint too if you wanted. So that's Yarrow Pom Body Serum. And I think that's all I wanted to say about skin. Oh, last one on skin. I love Yarrow Pom. It's been fab on my dry skin on my hands and arms. Oh, that's lovely to hear. Thank you for sharing, Fiona. Yeah, absolutely. Yarrow Pom is amazing for skin. Absolutely incredible for skin. It's, yeah, I'd never be without it. It really is phenomenal, and some of the testimonies and the pictures that people have got from sort of before and after is just fabulous. So one little sort of underestimated, I think, products that doTERRA do is called Correctex. Now mine's almost empty. I've got a new one waiting for me when it's done, but I'm not going to waste one bit of it. So can you see there, it's Correctex. It's this little ointment that has just a little screw top and a little fine squeezy top there that will just come out of. You see that? So it's a ointment that contains some super, super precious oils. So in here has got frankincense, helichrysum, cedarwood, melaleuca and lavender. So you can just hear by what, if you know anything about essential oils, then how powerful those oils are for the skin and for healing. So this is an amazing one to have around for any bumps, scrapes, anything like that. It just goes in my handbag. It's always with me. Another way to use it is on the lips. So it's an amazing support, especially for chapped lips. But my brother actually had a split lip from the sun the other day, and I gave him some, and it really helped. So it is really lovely to use if your skin is really struggling. Then this can be one to really help that healing process. So it's really lovely. So really useful to have. Don't be without this one. It's in the essential summer kit that so far we've got quite a few things in. So what else would we have in our summer kit? So keeping on skin, thinking about repellent for bugs, I would say you've got a couple of different options. So my current options are Terra Shield. So this is a combination of different oils that doTERRA has brought together for our benefit, and it is the outdoor blend, and it does exactly what it says. You can get this in an oil, or I've actually just got the spray ready made up, so I've got a really good quality spray here. So this is something that I would use on my children, myself. I would use it on any exposed areas before I go out, either when I'm sat camping at night or when I go out for my dog walk in the evening. This is one that I would spray on. I incidentally use it with my puppy, so I use that with her. It's safe for pets, which is amazing, because some of the things that we are maybe sometimes encouraged to use with our pets are not so good for their health. So I love using Terra Shield and knowing that I'm protecting her. So you could try that. You could do the same. So that's Terra Shield. So that's one of your options in terms of insects. And the other combo that I actually made up for my family this weekend, this week when they were camping, is citronella oil and peppermint. So I had an old Terra Shield that had run out, and I instead put 15 drops of citronella and I think 10 of peppermint, and then I topped it up with fractionated coconut oil, just gave it a shake, and that's what we used for our bug repellent. So you've got a couple of different options. The citronella you could also put in your diffuser by your doorway. If you wanted your door open in the evening, you could even put that in your bedroom for half an hour if you've got particular issues and you've had your window open. But putting it with peppermint, especially, well, it smells beautiful, but especially with your skin, you're going to get some of that cooling effect on your skin as well, which is really lovely. So really good combo to use citronella and peppermint together. So we've got another use for peppermint oil that we talked about before. I love that you can get so much value out of your oils, so much use out of every little bottle. It's got 100 different ways to use it, and I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. It's one of my favourite things about the oils. So, and we've touched on before, if you wanted to sort of heal or soothe after, if you did get bitten, then I would be thinking about lavender and again the peppermint. Obviously any of the other skin, either serums or the Correctex you could also try. You could also use that. So thinking about traveling, if you're going away, so I did a little post that I shared that I have a little diffuser in my car. Fortunate to have got that as like a free gift last year or the year before even. It's getting on a bit now, my mini USB diffuser, but they are available to purchase. Here is mine, mini little diffuser. It's tiny. I do have big hands, but as you can see, it's tiny. So you just put a tiny bit of water in here, and then a couple of drops of oils, and then press go. and it just plugs into my car. So you could get yourself one of them, but I wanted to give you a couple of different options. One is a couple of drops of an oil on the back of your neck and just rub it in, rub it around here, that you can just breathe in as you go. Something with some mint in it is always lovely. Thinking about keeping you nice and alert in the car, that's a really good option. The other thing to do, so when I drove home from my camping trip yesterday, my the car that I was using, the diffuser didn't work in. So actually what I did was I ran some oil through my hair, which is a really, really fabulous way to get the benefits of your oils throughout the day, and you become sort of a human diffuser, which is really, really lovely. So if I release my wild mane, you will be able to, I will show you what on earth I mean when you think, oh Jen, how on earth do I use essential oils in my hair? So let's pick one. Let's pick an oil. What should we use? Should we use wild orange? So if I was to want to put some in my hair, I would either roll an oil, if you have one in a roll bottle, on your hand. As I have wild orange here, I will do a drop. So just one drop. I think I got two. I've got a lot of hair, so I think that's okay. I then rub it in my hand, and then literally just comb through your hair with your hands. It doesn't make your hair greasy at all, which is great for somebody like me who's very prone to that. There we go. And you are going to smell that wild orange. I'm going to be really distracted now by my messy hair. You're going to smell that wild orange for hours to come, and whatever oil you choose. It's a really lovely way to use the oils to help support you emotionally, and just to keep smelling them. It's absolutely, it's great. If you've never run oils through your hair and you have longer hair, then get it done. Try it and you will absolutely love it. Other ways are drop on a scarf or on your collar. Just be careful with any oil that is has a colour to it like wild orange. I don't want you to mark your best white shirt. So just test that. They do wash out, it's fine, but I just wouldn't like you to do that. Be sad with me. Love the hair idea, listening whilst working. I actually dropped my phone. Pam, when I just read your comment, it's lovely to have you here. Thank you for commenting. Really sorry about that. Facebook, that I just dropped the camera, but we're back, we're all good. So yeah, it's absolutely lovely, and you will just inhale that for hours, which is absolutely gorgeous. So that's about your mood and your alertness when traveling. But what about those who get really, really not so well in the car? So for occasional motion sickness, there's two oils that we go for in our house. It is my son that really struggles, so it is he's 7. So we have two winners. One is Zengest Essential Oil. So if you started with any of the starter kits, then you probably got Zengest Essential Oil. It's the digestive blend. I could talk all night about how amazing this oil is, but one of the things that it's particularly brilliant for can be occasional motion sickness. So we would use this diluted in a roller bottle. He rolls it on his little wrist, he rolls it on his belly, and he sits and sniffs his little bottle. And that's been fabulous for him. More recently, doTERRA brought a blend called Tamer out, which is just a slightly different scent. So Zengest has got in it, can't use off the top of my head, anise, peppermint, ginger, caraway, coriander, tarragon and fennel. It's quite a strong, potent scent, and that's absolutely fine, but you may have little ones with little noses that are more sensitive. If that is true and this is all you've got, then add wild orange. Wild orange is an absolute winner to add in with that. If they are not necessarily a fan but they need it for the car, then add that into your roller bottle. And the other one to use is Tamer. from the kids collection. This is just so minty. It's absolutely amazing. So this is spearmint, Japanese peppermint, black pepper, ginger and parsley. But I can't actually smell the parsley in it myself. It's just so minty. It's really cooling. So when you use this on the skin, and I've used it, it's just because it's out of the kids collection does not mean that adults can't use it. In fact, some of the kids blends are my absolute all-time favorite oils. Tamer is gorgeous. So, and again, they're multi-use. So do you know, if I only had this in my car because of my son, and he used this on his belly and smelt it if he was feeling a little bit poorly, and actually I started to get a bit of head tension, I would use this same oil and I would just put it on the front of my head and on my temples, and that would be really effective. So the oils are always multi-use, and don't think because it says kids collection that you can't use it, because you absolutely can. You absolutely can. So that is thinking around travel. Okay, so I am going to end on in terms of the oils, and then I'm going to tell you how you can get them if you don't already have oils in your home. Is I'm going to end on my absolute 100% must for your handbag, your rucksack, your car, your everywhere, is On Guard, what do we call it, sanitizing mist. I always call it hand spray, but I need to use the official title, On Guard sanitizing mist. I always want to add hand, but you can use this anywhere, which is why it doesn't say hand in it. So I would just really be encouraging to use this on your hands when there is no soap and water. The best thing is soap and water for washing your hands. I would just like to reiterate that as a nurse, but also just as a mum and a human being. But soap and water is the best, but when you can't get that, then actually this is a fantastic alternative that isn't going to be negative to your health like some of the other options, but is going to be really positive. So this contains the 60% alcohol required by public health guidance, but it also has in it the On Guard oil in it, which has properties of its own, which if you don't know about On Guard, then you absolutely need to do a bit of digging, a bit of research on that. And if you want to know more, send me a message and we'll chat. This is amazing. This is just the most amazing product, because I spray this on my hands, I spray this on my shopping trolley, I spray this wherever it is needed, and it's just fantastic. It smells amazing. When I spray this at work, people comment, what is that? It's so lovely. Oh, I love that smell. What have you sprayed? What have you got on, Jen? And actually it's just my sanitizing mist. So it's absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't got one of these, you need one. You probably need 3 or 4. So you've got them everywhere. There's nothing worse than being without one, especially in the climate we're living. Is so, yeah, absolutely fabulous. So Pam is saying, oh, she's obviously got some oils, which is lovely. On Guard mouthwash is great. Do you know what? I love all of the On Guard range. So On Guard is such an amazing blend of oils. So it is wild orange, rosemary, eucalyptus, clove, cinnamon. And I hope I've not missed any out. I'm usually fairly good at being able to run off the list of oils in On Guard. Oh, I've got one here. I can just double check myself. Wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary. Yeah, I didn't miss one. It's an amazing blend, and it comes in an oil, it comes in a roller bottle ready made, it comes in the hand spray or the sanitizing mist, it comes in toothpaste and mouthwash and cleaning products and washing alternative for your laundry, your washing powder. So yeah, On Guard all the time in all the things is absolutely where we love to be as our family. So I've just had a question. My eldest daughter suffers from headaches in the car. Any suggestions? She's 13, possibly started getting migraines, possibly around hormones, which can be triggered by travel. Yeah, absolutely. So hormones is a whole other, just several nights in itself, but if you want hormone support, or hormone health support, I'm always happy to chat that, Catherine, in terms of hormone support, if you really think that is maybe the root cause and that's what you want help with. But in terms of sort of heads coming on, if you know it's coming, a fantastic thing to do is the wild orange and peppermint. So I'll just show you so you know exactly what I mean, in case there's any doubt. So this is my peppermint oil. I want one drop, only one of peppermint. You definitely don't want to do two. So one drop of peppermint. I would normally put one in each hand if it was someone I was doing it for, but obviously, oh no, that's citronella. Let's not use that. I've got so many oils out on my kitchen side. So this is my wild orange, and I'm going to do a drop there. Oh, I did two of that, but that won't be bad. Okay, and then you literally rub your hands together. So warm those oils, and then inhale. Ah, so refreshing. So 5 to 10 deep inhales of this is really, really powerful. And when you can feel your head closing in, then any remainder on the back of your neck is going to be absolutely lovely. Really relieving. That can be enough. That can absolutely be enough to really release what's going on. In terms of other ideas with head tension, I love a blend called Past Tense. It's my go-to. It's always in my handbag for any time I might get head tension. So that is one that I would really, if you've not tried that, Catherine, I'm really happy to send you a sample. So just bob me a message if you'd like that, and I'd really love to help you if I can with that. But those are some just really simple ideas. Peppermint and lavender is a really good combo for head stuff. Really lovely to use it across the forehead and on your temples. It's really, really nice to use. Can be really cooling, really helpful, really soothing. Fiona says, I've started using the On Guard tooth. Oh, we're back to On Guard. Everyone loves On Guard. Back to On Guard toothpaste. Can't believe how clean my teeth feel. I love it. I'm converted. Absolutely. People comment on my teeth on videos. They send me messages, and I had really, really badly stained teeth a couple of years ago. I was really conscious of them, and really conscious of my stains on my teeth, being a very avid tea drinker for many years, many cups of tea, known to go to bed with a cup of tea until not that long ago. And I am not herbal tea, I hasten to add. So yeah, I was starting to really get stains on my teeth, and I have just used On Guard toothpaste. That's it, and it's just been amazing. I wrote a whole blog about it. My teeth are in a real mess, and my dentist has since asked me, what did you use, what did you do, your teeth are so much better. And that's it, that's the only switch I made. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I've had someone this week saying she can see her teeth are whiter, which is really, really nice to hear. And it's just such a fantastic thing. It's such an easy swap to change your toothpaste, and it's just going to remove some of the toxins that we put in our body from other things, get a product with cleaner ingredients, and actually ones that are going to help your health and help your teeth, which is fab. Anyway, I wasn't really supposed to be talking about teeth tonight. All about summer. We've got onto teeth, but I love that. I love that the oils are used in so many different ways, and we're all loving them and enjoying them, and it's fantastic. So if I was to suggest some basic oils for summer, if you haven't got them already, shall we go through them? So I'm going to go through them, and then I'm going to let you know how you can get oils if you wanted, if you haven't got them yet, if you're not one of my customers. And I know there's always a split on here, and I always like to do a class so that you can come if you don't know anything about essential oils and hopefully gain something, and you can come if you've used essential oils for years and hopefully gain something. So I hope that's been helpful tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. So if we go through, so you experienced oil users can check, have you got all these oils? So if I was talking essentials for, before I do that, one thing I have not mentioned, I have a rather large prop here, which is my huge new water bottle. Drinking. Do not forget hydration. It is so important. So important when you're out in the sun all day, but just so important. So important for health, so important for skin health, all the things. It's water. Hydration is so important. So with that, I will have a little drink. And I've been talking so much, I need a drink. And a beautiful thing, number one, to encourage you to drink more, and also to get the added benefits of the oils, is to put a citrus oil in your water. So I've got clementine in here. Some of you who might, or clementine, may have got that in the buy one get one free deal last week, which is lovely. And I love to use the citrus oils in my water. So lemon is pretty much in my water every day, at least once. With this sort of big bottle, I would maybe put a couple of drops. In a glass, I would normally just do one drop, but there's so many different options available to you. If you've just got a basic starter kit, or you're just starting on the with the oils, then something like wild orange or lemon is a fabulous way to start in terms of what you're putting in your water with citrus oils. It's really lovely, but there's so many options available to you. Clementine, tangerine, green mandarin, so many options. Absolutely lovely. So let's go through the basics, summer basics kit. If you were to get the basic summer kit, so I'm going to start with lemon, because I should have mentioned that. You're going to want lemon for your water. Okay, just need to be cautious with the citrus oils that we don't put them on our skin. So I love to use oils for perfume. I wouldn't use traditional perfume anymore, but I use a pure fume, as some people call it, which is a lovely name. And I would make sure that didn't contain a citrus oil in the summer. So you want 12 hours clear from putting a citrus oil on your skin to going out in the sun. Otherwise it can make your skin more sensitive. So please be cautious of that. But lemon oil for my water particularly is going to be a basic that I'm going to want in my summer kit. Peppermint. So we've talked 100 different uses of peppermint even just tonight, and there's so much more to say on that. Lavender essential oil, you're not going to be without that one. Wild orange, we love wild orange. I've got wild orange on my hair, I can still feel it, it's lovely. And that wild orange and peppermint is really cooling on the back of my neck just now, it's really lovely. And then we talked about some more specifics, which are maybe Zengest for digestive issues, or Tamer. And then talking about mood and thinking about how to support our emotions, especially overwhelm right now, is Adaptive, not to be without. And then citronella. So citronella, you may want, so you've got more options in terms of an oil, or you might just go for the Terra Shield spray. So you've got some sort of repellent. So you definitely need a repellent in there. And then in terms of healing, we're going to have this Correct-X ointment in our handbag. Any sunburnt lips or anything that you need help with promoting healing, you're going to get them. You might think about one of these little ready-made serums, but if you have these, you could probably make your own. And then the one not to be without is your On Guard sanitizing mist. I got it right that time. So if you don't have these oils in your life, how can you get them in your life? So the way to get them is directly from doTERRA. So don't go on Amazon and look at what's available on there. They're not going to be legitimate, and they're certainly not guaranteed from doTERRA at all. So you're going to want them directly from doTERRA. So in order to do that, I would love to help and support you. So if you just rang me up and said, you know, I just want like this one particular oil and I just want to buy it retail, that's okay. But I always encourage people where they can to get them at wholesale prices, which is what I get my oils at. So that's 25% off. And to do that, you need to just have an account, which is just a little bit like accounts you would have for other shopping outlets online, and that is then going to give you 25% off for the whole year. on absolutely everything. So what that also does, so that's £24 for the year, just to be all upfront about that. What that also does is bring you into my customer groups, which is lovely. So you get my help and support. We have a one-to-one meeting together so that we can talk about your particular issues in your home and your family, so that I can help you, support you in that. And also you're going to get ongoing support in terms of WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, education, so much education and love that we want to pour out on you as a customer to make sure that you're getting your most out of your oils, absolutely. And often the way that people do get started is with some sort of kit in which you get your wholesale membership absolutely free if you do that. So there tends to be 2 different sizes of kit: the bigger kit of the top 10 essential oils, which I've mentioned in previous videos, and a diffuser, or you can get just mini bottles of the top 10 essential oils, and those are your sort of 2 options there. So I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you if you are one of my customers, and if you try any of my hints and tips, and let me know how you get on. I would love to hear from you. And I would love to hear from you if you're not a customer yet and you would like to know more. You would either like some samples or to try some essential oils. Obviously, when I do classes in person, we pass around the bottles and you can really experience them. So I would love to help you do that if that is how you'd like to move forward. If there's any specific situations in your home or your family that I can help with, then I would love to do that. So please message me, please be in touch, and I will speak to you soon. So I hope that's been helpful. I've really enjoyed coming on live again here. It's the first Monday of August and I will be back on the first Monday of September. I'm busy planning out September, October and November already, so that I have got classes coming up for you that are going to serve you and hopefully educate you. So yeah, as always, I love being on here. I hope you found it helpful and let me know what you try. Take care, speak to you soon.